to try to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Browns 14, Eagles 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Newton on first down. Steps and a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up third down.
Third and long. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And Amendola with a catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Newton. And his pass, incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again is Newton. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Brings up
from the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. A quick toss out right, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he gets it left side to Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Off play action. Newton. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He was brought down by Patrick Unrussor. It's a gain of a yard.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Second and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 9. This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. They fake the give. Newton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20.
Jackson now escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability that Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure it out. Whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Number 25, Duke Johnson.
Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
3-yard pickup.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown,
Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
Eagles 19, Browns 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 40.
Back to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going